Hey everybody, get ready to have some fun. Welcome to the Free and Fredonia Show.
Hey, why don't you take something for that insomnia? You ought to cut out drinking so much coffee.
I'm sorry, sir. Say, any luck with the 4:30?
Yes, it didn't hit me. That's the only luck I had with her.
Mr. Hammer, I think I know what's wrong with the hotel.
I think I know, too. You're fired. Get your hat and my coat and get out.
Here's your host, Gary SannaBlue Baker.
Hey everybody, I guess you can see I've made a few changes. Welcome to the Free and Fredonia Show. You can now see comments on both platforms, Facebook and YouTube. And shout out to Daniel, Paula, Stephanie, Kat, Linda, Leanne, and Bill. Glad y'all made it. We're going to move this game right along. Go ahead and hit your share buttons. Let everybody know what you're doing, and welcome to invite them to come on and play with us. You can see the comments in all the sections here. I've tried to make it to where everybody knows what's going on. So let's go ahead. After you hit your share buttons, let's do the word for the day here.
You, dear children, are from God and have overcome them, because the one who is in you is greater than the one who is in the world. 1 John 4:4. God's power within you outweighs any opposition outside you. Live boldly, knowing the ultimate victor lives in you.
Yeah, no hat tonight, Chris. Glad you made it. Tonight's subject is gardening. We're going to find out how much y'all know about gardening. And after putting this game together, I realized how little I knew about it. So it's going to test your knowledge about gardening. Some of y'all like to mess around in the dirt. I know Stephanie had a great looking garden. I'll be expecting some vegetables, Stephanie. All right, here we go. Let's go ahead and get Gloria to remind us how to play this game.
4 possible answers. You'll have just enough time in Fredonia Show. Be sure you like and share with everybody. It's going to be lots of fun with interesting trivia questions on a variety of subjects. The way you play is, the question will be posted on screen with 4 possible answers. You'll have just enough time to choose the answer you think is correct and type in the correlating number in the comments section. Be sure to watch the timer at the top of the screen so you will get your answer in before the cutoff. After you post your choice, give Gary a few seconds to tabulate the answers, and the correct response will be noted before advancing to the next question. Good luck. Now, back to Gary.
Hey, Anthony. Glad you made it. Welcome. I'm seeing this new format. Sharon, you're showing up there. Today's topic is gardening. Glad y'all have made it. This is Friday. I hope you've had a good day. We've had a tremendous amount of rain here, and it looks like it's going to rain through the weekend. That's all right to help these gardens. Okay. So if you haven't shared already, go ahead and share on Facebook or YouTube. And I hope you can see the comments. I've tried to format it to where you can. All right, here we go. Question 1 is popping up here in just a second. It's going to be a good game. Here we go. What part of the plant conducts photosynthesis? Stems, roots, leaves, or flowers? What part of the plant conducts photosynthesis? Stems, roots, leaves, and flowers. Leanne's reminding us that it's Friday the 13th. I see Elijah has joined us. And Miss Terry has joined us. She's figured out how to play it. So that's good. The more the merrier. What part of the plant conducts photosynthesis? Stems, roots, leaves, or flowers? This is going to be a very educational game. All right, time is up, y'all. Friday the 13th. Let's see if everything works since I've changed the windows a little bit. Leaves conduct photosynthesis. All right, that was pretty fast. I may have shortened the time too much. Question 2, which nutrient is most important for root development in plants? Is it potassium, phosphorus, nitrogen, or calcium? Which nutrient is most important for root development in plants? Potassium, phosphorus, nitrogen, or calcium? I've changed the time a little bit when the question ends. I may have shortened it too much, but nothing I can do about it now. Keep trying to make it better and better every time we play. All right, time is up. Get your answer in there. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Which nutrient is most important for root development in plants? Chris says he got kicked off. Go to YouTube, Chris. It might be better, or get a better Wi-Fi connection. Phosphorus. Elijah, Bill, Isaiah, and Terry. All right, boy, this game is going to move fast tonight. What gardening tool is used to break up and aerate soil? Is it the watering can, the trowel, the pruner, or the garden fork? What gardening tool is used to break up and aerate soil? Okay. Chris is having trouble. Sorry, Chris. Water can, trowel, pruner, or garden fork. Get your answer in there. This game's going to go fast tonight, so be on your toes. Here we go. Bill called me today wanting to see the comments, so I figured out how to put all the comments on there. It might be a little distracting. I don't know. Okay. Garden fork. Kat, Sharon, Terry, and Linda got that one. 73% of you. Question 4. Which gardening practice helps retain soil moisture and suppress weeds? Weeding, mulching, grafting, composting. Which gardening practice helps retain soil moisture and suppress weeds? Weeding, mulching, grafting, composting. Hey, Claire. I see Claire popped up here. Welcome, Miss Claire. All right, time is up. Welcome, Miss Claire. All right, this game is going to be over before we know it. Mulching helps retain soil moisture and suppress weeds. Okay, moving a little fast here. All right. Question 5, tomatoes are best grown in which type of sunlight exposure? Is it partial shade, indirect light, full sun, full shade? Tomatoes are best grown in which type of sunlight exposure? Partial shade, indirect light, full sun, or full shade? Stephanie, did you grow any tomatoes? Miss Terry used to have a big garden. I think she stopped doing that. I've had one garden since I've been on the hill. I had too many rocks up here. All right, time is up. Too many rocks up here on the hill. It was too. First time I used a tiller, I broke the tiller. Tomatoes are best grown in which type of sunlight exposure? Full sun. Put it out there in the full sun. All right, let's pause the game just a second. I think I made it time. Yeah. I don't think I can change that time. Let's see what the leaderboard looks like. Okay. Check out your stats and your points. See where you are. This is the fifth question. We're heading into the sixth question. Anthony's growing banana peppers. All right, here we go. Question 6. What pH range do most garden vegetables prefer? 7.5 to 8.5, 6.0 to 7.0, 4.5 to 5.5, 3.0 to 4.0. What pH range, I guess you know what that is, do most garden vegetables prefer? 1, 2, 3, or 4. Take your pick there, make your guess. And there's Miss Janie. Miss Janie ought to know something about gardening. She's probably got a green thumb. All right, time is up. I saw a picture of Miss Sarah's car online today, Janie. That's a good-looking car. I hope she's more careful. 6.0 to 7.0. Elijah, Daniel, Cat, and other players. All right, here we go. Question 7. Which of these is a cool season crop? Tomato, lettuce, eggplant, or corn? Which of these is a cool season crop? Tomato, lettuce, eggplant, or corn? Okay. Boy, y'all are putting those answers in fast. Which of these is a cool season crop? All right, time is winding down. Get your answers in there. Lettuce, tomato, eggplant, or corn? Appreciate everybody playing tonight. Lettuce, 87% got it correct. Here we go. Question 8 coming up here. Which method involves growing plants without soil? Is it hydroponics, germinating, composting, or aerating? Which method involves growing plants without soil? Hydroponics, germinating, composting, or aerating? Excuse me. Get your answers in there. I keep seeing Isaiah's and Daniel's name on there. They've got some unusual names. Of course, they are unusual boys. Time is up. Do y'all like it being able to see the comments? Is that not distracting, or is that helpful to you? Do you enjoy it better? Let me know. I'm interested in your opinion. Hydroponics is growing plants without soil. That's question 8. Question 9. What is the process of transferring seedlings to larger containers called? Transplanting, thinning, harvesting, or fertilizing? What's the process of transferring seedlings to larger containers called? Transplanting, thinning, harvesting, or fertilizing? Okay. This is question 9, y'all. Yeah. All right. There's Melinda. You are late, Melinda. This ought to be your forte, gardening. Glad you made it. Transplanting is a process of transferring seedlings. 94% of you got that correct. Yeah, it's fast tonight, Melinda. I shortened the time on it, and it's moving a little faster than I like. Anyway, this is the 10th question. Which insect is beneficial for pollination in gardens? The slug, caterpillar, bee, or aphid? Okay. It is kind of distracting. I'm trying to read y'all's comments. It's moving fast, y'all. Which insect is beneficial for pollination in gardens? Slug, caterpillar, bee, or aphid? Melinda's making potato salad. I thought you went out to eat on Fridays, Melinda. All right. Thank you, Bill. I'm glad you like it. Like I said, I've been working hard to try to make it better. But I messed up on this time. I apologize for that. The bee. The bee is necessary. Let's pause it. Janie's making smash burgers. Let's check out the leaderboard, y'all. Who is that? Is that Isaiah? I can't remember y'all's names. Isaiah and Daniel. Anyway, check out your stats. See where you are. Okay. This is question 10. We're halfway through. So, y'all are listening to Miss Terry, huh? Here we go. Question 11. What type of plant completes its life cycle in 1 year? Is it perennial, the evergreen, the biennial, or the annual? What type of plant completes its life cycle in 1 year? Perennial, evergreen, biennial, or annual? Y'all know a lot about this stuff. What happened to Stephanie? Did Stephanie get kicked off? I don't guess so. All right, time is up. What type of plant completes its life cycle in 1 year? There's Paula and Stephanie. I'm sorry, I didn't see you on the comment section here. The annual. 82% of you got that correct. And we are on question 12 already. This is a good one. Which vegetable grows underground? Spinach, peas, carrot, or broccoli? Yeah, I missed you a while ago, Stephanie. I thought you might have got bumped off. Okay, which vegetable grows underground? Y'all have plenty of time to answer. Okay. Maybe too much time. I don't know. Time is up on this one. Okay. All right. Gardening. Stephanie, I didn't see your answer. Carrot grows underground. I didn't see your answer if you're growing any tomatoes. If you are, save me one. All right, here we go. Question 13. What is compost primarily made from? Is it sand and gravel, plastic waste, organic waste, or metal scraps? What is compost primarily made from? Sand and gravel, plastic waste, organic waste, metal scraps. Thank you, Stephanie. Appreciate that. I haven't had a good tomato in quite a while. What is compost primarily made from? Y'all know? Time is up. This is question 13. Whew, wow. We are way ahead of schedule. Organic waste. 100% of you got that one. All right, here we go. Question 14. Which of these is a common fungal disease in gardens? Is it rust blight, rootworm, powdery mildew, or leaf curl virus? Which of these is a common fungal disease in gardens? Rust blight, rootworm, powdery mildew, leaf curl virus. Get your answers in there. They're coming fast and furious. I see some of you, a lot of you are playing on YouTube. I like to see that. All right. There we go. Powdery mildew is a common fungal disease. Question 15. Why should you rotate crops each season? To reduce sunlight, to prevent soil depletion and pests, to increase water needs, to grow taller plants. Why should you rotate crops each season? To reduce sunlight, to prevent soil depletion and pests, to increase water needs, to grow taller plants. This is question 15. I got to time it just right. All right. Get your answers in. Y'all like my little garden tools on the background there? A little added touch to it. To prevent soil depletion and pests is the correct answer. Let's see who's 87% of you got it. All right, let's look at the leaderboard here. Okay. Everybody's doing pretty good. Check out your stats. I think is that Isaiah that's in the lead? I can't remember their names. Isaiah? All right. Here we go. Okay, Chris, you have to text me about fishing. You're free. We'll definitely do it. Here we go. Back to the game. Deadheading refers to what gardening practice? Trimming leaves only, removing spent flowers, cutting roots off, or adding fertilizer. Deadheading refers to what gardening practice? Trimming leaves, removing spent flowers, cutting roots off, or adding fertilizer. Put your guess in the comment section. 1, 2, 3, or 4. We'll definitely go fishing, Chris. But you got to come to me. I just about got my boat finished. Deadheading refers to what gardening practice? Deadheading. I know I'm going to have to change the time, y'all. It's making me work too hard here. Removing spent flowers. 100% of you got it. All right. Question 17. Which herb is commonly planted to repel mosquitoes? Is it rosemary, oregano, citronella, or basil? This is an interesting question. Which herb is commonly planted to repel mosquitoes? Rosemary, oregano, citronella, or basil? Test your knowledge there. Y'all are doing good. Get your answers in. Time is almost up. And it is up. Question 17. Those pesky mosquitoes. Citronella. 87% of you got it. Here we go. Question 18. This game is really moving. All right, this is a good question. When's the best time to water your garden during the summer? Noon, midnight, evening, or early morning? I've had several discussions about this very topic. When's the best time to water your garden during the summer? Noon, midnight, evening, or early morning? When's the best time? It looks like a lot of you knew. When's the best time? All right, time is up on question 18. You're getting ready to find out when's the best time to water your garden. Looks like most of y'all already knew. The early morning. In the early morning is the best time to water your garden. All right, question 19. Hardening off seedlings means what? Planting directly into cold soil, gradually exposing them to outdoor conditions, freezing them overnight, or drying out their roots. Hardening off seedlings means what? Planting directly into cold soil, gradually exposing them to outdoor conditions, freezing them overnight, or drying out the roots. Melinda says watering causes fungus and mildew if you do it in the evening. Okay, that's good to know. Hardening off seedlings. Y'all know what that means? Hardening off seedlings. Claire, I'm so excited about you playing tonight. I'm glad you're here. Gradually exposing them to outdoor conditions is the correct answer. Hey, we're on the last question here. Companion planting involves what strategy? Using only native species, spacing rows evenly, planting all herbs together, growing mutually beneficial plants together. What is companion planting? Y'all ever heard that? It involves what strategy? Using only native species, spacing rows evenly, planting all herbs together, growing mutually beneficial plants together. This is the last question. This game has whizzed right on by, I tell you. Linda, you put in 44. The fingers are moving too fast. Having a friend help you. I like that, Sharon. That's a good answer. Growing mutually beneficial plants together. 93% of you got that one right. All right, here we go. Who's got the bragging rights? Who is that? I can't tell. I just see a baker. Oh, is that Terry? Yeah, it looks like Terry has got bragging rights tonight. So that's great. Hey, this has been a fun game. I'm gonna redo the timing so we'll have a little bit more time at the end of it. I do have a story for Friday. Let's go ahead and get to that, and I'll be right back to you. I think you'll like the story. When Michael was a boy, He didn't think much about the pair of work boots by the door. Scuffed leather, dry mud on the soles, laces knotted from being tied too many times in the dark. Every morning before sunrise, his father would slip those boots on and disappear into a day full of noise, sweat, and calluses. Every evening, they'd show back up, kicked off by the door, quiet, tired, and still somehow steady. Michael never heard his dad complain, never saw him take a sick day, but he did see him show up to every game, every recital, every parent-teacher meeting with work dust still on his sleeves. One day when Michael was a teenager, he rolled his eyes and said, "Dad, you never take a break." His father smiled and said, "I'll rest when you've got what you need." And years later, after his father passed, Michael sat by that same door. He had a son of his own now, and stared at those same boots, still scuffed, still silent, and it hit him. Those boots didn't carry his father to work. They carried a family forward, one step at a time. A father's love doesn't always speak in words. Sometimes it shows up in boots by the door, early mornings, late nights, and sacrifices never announced, but always felt. All right, happy Father's Day. Appreciate y'all playing. Have a great weekend, and I'll be back Monday, Lord willing, and the creeks don't rise. Y'all take care.